Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. Hopefully, you guys are all having a pretty good week so far. Anyway, today is Wednesday, May 29th, and we are looking ahead to today's main slate. I think it is a 7 game slate, or let me go look. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 game slate here for Wednesday. So, yeah, anyway, hopefully, you guys all did pretty good on Tuesday. Didn't do a video for you guys. Anyway, FanDuel, man, FanDuel just lost. Unfortunately, I will get into that in a second. DraftKings barely won. It was a really hard night. I stacked all Rockies, and they just completely sucked. I mean, it was terrible. It was probably the worst I've ever seen the Rockies do, and barely won on DK. But like I said, I'll take that W. Very close, but it don't matter if I was first or 56 like I am here. I still win the same amount of money here. So anyway, that was DraftKings FanDuel. It was kind of crazy. In one of my my double ups, the cash line was a 121, and then in a different one, it was a 147. So don't know what was going on with the cash lines on FanDuel. It was really one sided. Even the tournament's cash line was like a 125 to 127. So I don't know why a couple of the double ups were like 15, 20 points higher than the tournament's. Just a little bizarre to me. So anyway, just unfortunate last night for FanDuel. Same thing. I stacked all the Rockies. I put Dylan Bundy as my pitcher and then stacked with the Rockies. Bundy had 40 fantasy points, which is solid, but the Rockies just sucked. So it's just one of those things. On DK, we had Bundy and Richards, and they both were stellar. So unfortunately, just one of those nights, barely snuck by, but it is what it is. Have to take the good with the bad. But recently, like I said, it's been pretty good, not too much bad. So if you guys would like to join us, come on board. Like I said, if you just go to our Twitter, you'll see just screenshots of us winning this entire week and last week, as you see here. So, to get on board, check out our Twitter in the comment section below. If not, just hit us up on Twitter. You can see it right here, DFS Moneymakers too, because sometimes it doesn't show in the comment section. So just look this up right here, and we'll get you all set up. Like I said, just message us. $10 a week for FanDuel and $10 a week separately for DraftKings. As normal, you will have to have a Slack to access our lineups. Definitely keep that in mind. So, anyway, with that recap, like I said, we got not a bad 9 game slate here. Finally, a main 7:05 start time. FanDuel's just kind of annoying sometimes when they started at 6:35. I know it's not too much, but it's a little annoying. I have a write-up for you. I didn't do pitchers because I think it's just pretty obvious tonight, the pitchers to pick here. So we'll just briefly go over it. So your top three, like I said, they're all obvious to me. Snell against Toronto, Buehler against New York, Bumgarner against Miami. All three of those guys, I think for sure, are in pretty good spots. I like Syndergaard as a GPP. That was weird to say that, but he's been so trash, but it could be half decent here. Maybe another guy to look at, maybe Nola if you want to go that way. Kevin Gausman, probably the cheapest I go, and he's risky up and down. Washington's an up and down hitting team too, so he might get hit up a little bit, or he might get you a 35. So that's mostly it. These three are the ones I'm looking at. So it's going to be a little hard to stack that Diamondback Rocky game, but we'll see. We'll see what we do if anything opens up throughout the day. So anyway, these are my top 3 stacks that I got going here for you. Stack number 1 is Diamondbacks versus Hoffman. Obviously, I think this is going to be popular just like it usually is. So Diamondbacks and Rockies are going to be very popular. It's always like that. They're all going to be 60 to 80% owned. So it don't matter how big this slate is. So I didn't mention Colorado, but you can also look at them against Ray, Story, and Arenado for sure. You can look at those guys. So anyway, decided to go with Diamondbacks here versus Hoffman. Hoffman's only pitched 10 innings, so that's the only iffy thing, but we already know this guy's not a good pitcher. 6.1 run total as I'm doing this for the Diamondbacks. Hoffman this year, Walva versus right-handed batters is 432, which is pretty high. And left-hand bets is a 351. So both of them is pretty high. Hard contact for fastball. This is their fastball ratings is 43% hard contact versus righties and 30 for lefties. So kind of a mix. Looks like just looking at, you are going to want some righties in there. I don't mind Dyson and Marte. I know they're both lefties, and Escobar. All three of these guys, well, Marte and Escobar are switch hitters. Dyson's a lefty, and then you got Swihart if he's in the lineup. I really don't mind those guys. If you like, Swihart's mostly in there just for a cheaper option for Arizona. But like I said, they got a lot of really good options. We got Crone. If he's in the starting lineup, I don't mind him. Where is he? Kevin Crone. That just depends on if he's starting. He's a cheap option. So yeah, like I said, I love a couple of these Diamondbacks. They're not too expensive, so do expect a lot of ownership for these guys. Obviously, Escobar and maybe Marte. It might be a little expensive. Where is he at? He's at $4,400. I don't mind Adam Jones either if you want to go that way. So like I said, a lot of really good options on that Arizona side here against Hoffman. So like I said, I also do like Colorado, but I thought it was just too obvious to mention them. Next, we got Phillies versus Phillies versus Cabrera. Sorry, a little late, a little tired. Anyway, in AAA this year, he has a 6.84 ERA, which is not too good. Home runs per 9 is 2.5, so he does give up some long balls. So Harper, Hoskins, Gene Segura, and Realmuto is who I like here against sorry, guys, I'm so tired right now. Anyway, Harper, Hoskins, and Segura and Realmuto here. Like I said, 6.84 ERA, gives up some home runs. So if that's the way you're going, I don't mind that way. Very expensive stack, but don't mind that one there. And I got a cheap stack for you guys in Baltimore. We have Baltimore versus Carpenter. There we go. I can say it. Anyway, Carpenter this year, Walva versus right-handed bats, 343. Against lefties is 583. Hard contact rate combined, righties and lefties combined is at 35%. So Alberto, Trey Mancini, Nunez, I like all those guys. Like I said, Baltimore, one of those iffy teams to hit. But like I said, when they hit, they're really not bad. And, they're relatively cheap, so they can get you a couple maybe Diamondbacks or Colorado bats if you want. You got Jonathan VR. Like I said, Nunez, Rio Ruiz if you need someone cheap if he's starting. Like I said, Alberto. I really like Pedro Severino. I think that's how you say it. I love him, love him for DraftKings. So if you need a catcher, that's the way to go. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Sorry I messed up a little bit. Like I said, pretty tired just early in the morning when I do this. So, that's kind of the stacks I'm looking at. I mean, there's so many good stacks out there that you guys can look at that aren't too expensive. We have – what are we looking at here? Don't mind maybe a couple line of guys against Sanchez. He's been up and down the entire year. Glenn Sparkman, don't know much about him. Chicago, they're another one of those teams that can hit or just completely suck. A 2.92, so that's kind of up to you guys. That series has been up and not the greatest hitting series, so I don't know how much I really want to attack it. And that's mostly it. I already mentioned those two guys there. So that is what – oh, man, sorry about that. That's what I got going on. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video as normal. Would love to have you guys come join us. $10 a week for FanDuel and $10 a week separately for DraftKings. Just message us, and I'll get you set up. Like I said, Twitter should be in the comment section. If it's not, our Twitter is right here. And like I said, if you're new and you're a little skeptical, just go down and look at all the screenshots. And, it shows that both sites are doing pretty good. So, message us to get all set up, and we would love to have you guys, like I said, $10 a week separately for FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, guys, that is it for Wednesday. Hopefully you guys have a pretty good day, and we'll see you a little bit later.